This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Thursday, January 23rd, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about this morning is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so we got a few things that are going on out there. A lot of cheaper stuff that's kind of up in the air, not really that great of any type of show of hands, but one thing looking at is CMCSA. So Comcast this morning, we can see, it ended up taking a pretty big hit. But one of the things that really stood out this morning, if we come to basically 7:30 in the morning, you can see that 48.50. And we're talking about in class how to interpret prints. So when you see something at 7:30, that usually gives you a pretty strong indication that it is a very, very big order. I mean, even though it's only 4 prints, it still shows a lot more, especially leaking in towards the underneath and those off-level prints from 48, 45, 43, and 42. So overall, I haven't seen that much selling actually coming into it as it's been coming back down. And you can see right here that someone did cover a pretty, and I have to assume they're covering considering, it's a pretty big move towards that downside, coming in at 46.50. And ever since that, like I said, I just have not really seen any type of real new selling that's coming into it. So we're definitely going to need to see that. Orders are pretty thin. So, I am going to be expecting to see a lot of these bursts coming in just like this, on the smaller side of time and sales. But at the same time, with the amount of volume that we have being traded already, we should be able to see more. So we definitely need more selling to come in. 5-letter ticker, I know. It's so weird typing it in. And usually when it's a 5-letter ticker, you're never going to end up trading it. But right now, this is definitely one of the best things that we have going on out there. Just based off move-wise, like I said, I really need to see more selling coming into this, especially after seeing that covering at 46.50. Next thing looking at is CODX. Now, we've been having this kind of problem a little bit lately with these cheaper stocks where it's set up beautifully. So $1.13, obviously, this is a huge jump up 164% overnight. But there's just not a lot of buying that came in all the way up around that 4 level. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very early. We're talking about before 7 o'clock. So I know there's not going to be a ton, but at least something that was going on there because right now, we're getting a little bit of buying over the 3, but if you look, it's really a lot more selling during this consolidation than I have seen buying. So it needs to hold this 250 level right there. Otherwise, I'm pretty much not going to look at it anymore. That's really where its kiss of death's going to go in. And if we continue to keep seeing this selling, I mean, it's just not looking too good. We need to get that new buying, and we just don't really have a ton. Okay, it's definitely the money flow I've seen so far this morning has been more selling than we have been someone building up any type of a position. Next thing, looking at SPCE. So another one where this morning, it jumped up, obviously, coming into the prints from this morning. There's really, not a ton of ask prints. Most of it was selling above that 20. You could see this 2050 position, this 20, over 2050. Most of the bigger prints from this morning actually were on the sell side of things. Now, as we were coming back down to 19, yes, we did get ask prints, but it was really more of a covering looking type prints than they were for, actual buying. And like I said, we just keep seeing this selling coming in at those lows. So going to be watching it. We are starting to get some new buying coming in as we're kind of pushing back up, but with that selling underneath, you know what, I don't see it yet. I don't see something that's definitive in my eyes of what I'm really going to be looking for it to do. I need to see something more. And like I said, with the amount of selling that I've seen coming into this at highs and now at lows, it really is looking more like you should be getting short shares of this, which we are able to. So make sure you look into that. But it's really looking more like that than I've seen, for a real opportunity to be able to break up. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't take a lot. When this thing starts getting moving, we could get to 25 easily today. So once the market opens and we get closer to the open, we need to see a little bit more. But like I said, I'm just not sold on the buying side of things at all. All right. Right now, I'm way leaning towards the bearish side. Next thing, NVAX. So NVAX, this is another one where it's kind of like all over the place, but I do love this right here. Beautiful show of hand, 836 at 750, a little bit leaked over into that 43. Not too much, but going to be expecting it to pop over the 750. Obviously, from what we've seen, you have some riders that are coming in right now telling us we should be expecting a little bit more of a pull-up. So really what I would be kind of looking for, just based off of this print pattern, would be some type of, and I don't want to say fake move because it is real, but some type of move when the market opens for a nice quick move up to get people kind of interested, to get people in there before we'd end up seeing this thing come back down. Make sure that you go out there and you get short shares for that one as well. And then AGTC. All right, another one where It's not the prettiest looking stock, but you are able to get shares once again. Okay, so make sure that you go out there and you get those. But looking at it, you can see, I mean, up at that 10, it wasn't terrible yesterday, but that's really nothing that we could take into account. So we had a few prints come in at 8. It's just really overall, from what I'm seeing coming into this, it's definitely looking a lot more like a lot more selling that's coming in, and obviously based off the trend and not really any type of real new buying. I'm certainly looking like we're going to want to come back down and test that bottom. Now, there's really no controlling prints yet, so we kind of need to find those. 2 prints is not going to do it on a $7 stock. I just can't. That's not a show of hands. So we definitely need a show, a better show of hand coming into it. But it's another one where pretty big range for such a cheap stock. Obviously, pushing up to that 10, that's going to be a very hard level to be able to get up and break, especially when it's, considering it's pretty much 10, its highs were really almost exactly a measured move. So keep that in mind as we're looking at it coming into this morning. If we continue to see this selling, we're just going to be expecting it to drop right back down. And then side list, ONTX. So the reason this is on my side list is because this is not a stock for everybody. It's not going to move a huge amount. It's not going to really, it could, but the chances are very, very, very unlikely. So this is a type of stock, if your game plan is going to be looking to trade a lot of shares with not a ton of movement. But we've been seeing a lot of buying coming into it this morning. So I'm going to put it on our side list. I definitely want to keep an eye and see kind of if we keep getting that volume to pump in, we keep getting buying. And then we get up to that 50 level and we can break past it. One's the next step away. So just something to keep our eyes on. Nothing too special yet. And PCG anything? Let's see. No, nada. A lot of volume, but just not really, not really anything. I mean, some beautiful buying at that 1351, but just kind of across the way. So GNPX I was looking at, but GNPX, I don't see anything that I have any interest in. Okay, it just got murdered right now, and it's just there's better stuff for us to be looking at this morning. It's that right here, that is that is not a good sign of some people getting ready for it to buy and break up above anything. So at that point, I don't really see anything there that sticks out whatsoever. All right, guys, anything else out there that I missed? All right, LK, and once again, LK is an everyday stock now. I mean, it trades literally every single day. Yes, we got some prints that came in at that 42 level. We had some riders that followed afterwards, but our meetings are going to be for things that have the cliff notes. Right now, LK literally, it's turning into a textbook because we literally have between 40 and 50, 1,000 million different show of hands. So as of right now, I don't see anything in it that's too special. Going to be looking at what we have on our new sides, but there'll definitely be a trade. I mean, I could guarantee you at some point today there will be a trade in LK. It just hasn't really shown it yet. All right, guys, so I will be sending out the link for classes in about 5 minutes, so make sure you look out for that. We will begin at 10. I will see everyone in the chat, and happy trading.